Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle is another entry to the long list of reasons I have no faith in humanity. The trailer released at the end of June and I hate it. I hate it a lot. Surprisingly, after looking online, I found people responding positively to the trailer. How? It's utterly worthless. Before getting into Welcome to the Jungle, let's get one thing clear. Jumanji wasn't a great film. Those for and against the sequel are treating the original as a masterpiece. But it is not one. It had heart, a few instances of decent cinematography, Robin Williams, and a tone that wasn't sickening, all of which is absent in the sequel's trailer. If it even is a sequel, the trailer resembles a reboot, but IMDb lists it as a sequel. Either way, I hate it, and here's why. The trailer opens with a pointless trailer for the trailer. When it actually starts, we see our protagonist, diverse high school students in detention. Oh wait no, that's the Power Rangers trailer. The trailer opens with a pointless trailer for the trailer. When it actually starts, we see our protagonist, diverse high school students in detention. All the students appear to be bland stereotypes with no subtlety. As this is just a trailer, there could be more to these characters in the full film, but I doubt it. The teacher tells the students that for detention, they have to clean the basement, even though that's not what detention is. Before long, they find a second, third, or possibly fourth generation games console. But wait, that's not a board game. If this is a sequel, why is it not a board game like the original? Even ignoring that, why is it a console? The original featured an old board game from 100 years in the past. Changing it to a console from only 30 years ago robs it of the mystical feeling the board game had in the original. The studio likely did this because video games are more popular in modern day, but they were in 1995. Board games are old, but that's the point. Why are they even playing a video game in detention? Detention isn't meant to be fun. After choosing their characters, the kids are sucked into the game's world. This is another difference from the original. In the original, things from the board game entered the real world. Alan was pulled into the board game, but that was just one of the things the board game could do. It wasn't what happened when you started the game. If this is a sequel, this change is even worse, as it makes it even less consistent with canon. Alan also never mentioned becoming a character from the board game. The characters include The Rock as The Rock, Kevin Hart as Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan as Sex Appeal, and Jack Black as a curvy genius.
I'll be the curvy genius.
That's not what the word curvy means. Google the word curvy and see if Jack Black comes up. I'll give you a clue. He doesn't. A major problem for me is that the Jumanji world doesn't look like a retro video game. Everything is too advanced for an old console. It's not a real console, but an educated guess places it in the second to fourth generation. The console body seems mostly similar to an Atari 2600, which is second generation. Have you ever seen an Atari 2600 game? They don't exactly look technologically advanced enough to process all of Kevin Hart's patches, their varied setting, detailed animation, or photorealistic graphics. Older consoles were very limited due to the era's technology. Double Dragon on NES's limitations meant that there was no multiplayer and only 2 enemies could be on screen at once, and they were always the same type. And that was the generation after the Atari. The Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle trailer shows 4 players at once going against at least 12 bikers at once shooting out explosives. I'm not trying to mock old games, the NES is my favourite console, but Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle does not represent retro games realistically. Taking the original's approach of having parts of the game come into the real world would have worked better. Another big clue to the film's quality is the production being controlled by Sony. One might think that Sony's film division has improved lately, releasing T2 Trainspotting, Baby Driver, and Spider-Man Homecoming, but you would be mistaken. Sony only distributed these titles, whereas Sony is producing Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. Sony is responsible for tragedies such as The Grudge 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Ghostbusters 2016. Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle is shaping up to be a worthless waste of time, void of any creativity or intellect. I predict that it will flop critically and financially.